Hi, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. So this is episode 12 of season 3. We are doing this gorgeous design episode 12. And you I know you can't wait to see how we are going to do it. But in case you missed the previous episode, we did this in episode 10. So you can check it out. It will be in the description box. I'll leave the link in the description box so you can check it out. So I've put a needle at each end of the thread, and I went ahead to pick 3 bicons, and I'm going to cross thread with 1 bicon. So I'm just putting the 2 needles together, and I pull the bead on the way down, and this is what you should have. You may hear some people talking. The population census people are around. They are talking outside, so pardon them. Yeah, so I went ahead to pick 5 seed bead on each needle, and I'm going to cross thread with 1 bicon. So that's 1 bicon. You can pick it on any thread and just pass the other thread through it towards the opposite direction. That's basically what cross threading is. So you should have this tiny design at this point. Then I went ahead to pick 1 bicon on each needle, just like so, and I'm going to cross thread with 1 more bicon. So just like so. It's very easy and very simple. Just watch closely. It's very easy. So this is what you should have at this point. I went ahead to pick 5 on the right thread and 5 seed bead on the left thread, and I'm just going to cross thread with 1 bicon, just like so. So this is basically what we are going to do till we get to the length we want. We did this in episode 10. The first part we did it in episode 10. So if you've watched episode 10 already, you can just skip to the 5th minute just to continue the actual episode, which is the actual tutorial for today. But if you've not seen episode 10 yet, then just watch closely. It's very easy and very simple. And I'll leave the link to all the episodes in the description box so you can check them out after the video. And after the video, I'll introduce the next episode, so make sure you watch to the end so you know exactly what we'll be doing in the next episode, which will be episode 13. So this is the length I wanted. I'm just going to finish it real quick. I went ahead to pick 5 on the left thread and 5 on the right thread, just like I did earlier. Then I put the 2 needles together, and I went ahead to pick, I think, 1. That's 1 bicon. I'm putting all the 2 needles on the bicon, sorry. So I went ahead to pick about 5 bicons. That's 5. So all the 2 threads went through the 5 bicons. Then I went ahead to get rid of the needles, just like so. Then I went ahead to put 2 stoppers. We use the stoppers to stop the thread from removing once we cut off the excess thread. So I went ahead to put 2 stoppers. So that's 2. And this is the locker I'll be using. It's in 2 parts, so you open and close it just like so. I'm just going to use 1 part, so I'm just putting 1 part of the locker. I pass the 2 threads through it. Then I'm going to pass my threads back through the stoppers and as many of the bicons as I can, but this time I used only 2, so I passed it through only 2 of the bicons, just like so. And I went ahead to press the stoppers very hard. You press it with all your life because your life depends on that. So I went ahead to get rid of the excess thread, and guys, we are half done. Yeah, so to finish the other end, I went ahead to cut about 15 centimeters length of thread, and I put it at the extreme, and that's the tip of the necklace, the left side of the necklace. I went ahead to pick 5 seed bead on each thread. Now the thread becomes 2, so I went ahead to pick 5 beads on each thread. So that's 5. Then I put the 2 threads together, and I'm going to put 5 bicons on the 2 threads. You can see I'm speeding it up. It's the same as I did at the other end, so just watch closely. I'm just putting the other half of the locker on it. Then I went ahead to pass my thread back through the stoppers and 2 of the bicons, just like so. Then I went ahead to press and get rid of the excess thread. So that's basically what we are doing now. Yeah, and don't forget, at the end of the video I'll introduce the next episode, which is episode 13, and I can't wait to show you episode 13. So if you want to see what we are doing in episode 13, then you have to watch to the end so that you know exactly what to be doing episode 13. And please don't forget to subscribe if you do enjoy the video, and give this video a thumbs up. And thank you so much for the comments. It really helps YouTube to push my video, so thank you so much for the comments. So guys, this is what we have. This is what we did in episode 10. Now we are going to upgrade it. So I counted till the 5th bicon, and that's where I'm starting from. As usual, I've put needle at each end of the thread, and I went ahead to pick 2 bicons on the left thread or the left needle. I went ahead to pick 1 bicon. You can pick it with any of the needles, so it can either be the left or the right needle. So I went ahead to pick 1 bicon, and I'm going to cross thread just like so. So whichever needle you decide to pick it on, you just pass the other needle through it towards the opposite direction. I believe that makes sense. So I'm going to pick 7 seed beads on each needle. So that's 7 on the right. I'm going to pick 7 on the left needle as well. So that's 7. Then I went ahead to cross thread with 1 seed bead, 1 bicon. Yeah, so that's my 1 bicon. I picked it with the right needle. I'm going to pass the left needle through it towards my right. That's what cross threading is. So I just cross threaded with 1 bicon. Now I'm going to pass my left needle through the bicon, the pointed bicon. So that's the downmost bicon, just like so. So just the left needle. And you should have this amazing design forming here. Now I'm going to pick 1 bicon on the right. So that's 1. And I went ahead to pick another one. So let's say you pick 2 on the right. You let go of the first one you picked. Then you pass your left needle through the second bicon. I believe that makes sense. So just like so. This is what you should have. This is basically what you are going to do till we get to the 5th bicon at the other end as well. But I made a mistake. When I got to the 6th one, I stopped. But I have to get to the 5th bicon. So I went ahead to pick 7 on the right needle, 7 seed bead on the left needle. Then I'm going to cross thread with 1 bicon. So 1 bicon, just like so. Now I'm going to pass my left needle through the 4 set of bicon. So just the last one, the downmost bicon, just 1, just like so. Now once you have this, I'm just going to pick 2 bicons with my right needle. So that's 1, 1, 2. Now after you pick the 2, you let go of 1 of the bicons and you pass your needle through the second bicon you picked. You pass your left needle through the second bicon you picked towards your right. I believe that makes sense, and you should have this. So I did the same thing. I repeated the same process till I got to that particular where I am now. I believe that makes sense. So I got to the set group of 4 bicons. I don't know if that's good English or something. Yeah. So just watch closely. It's very easy and very simple. So I'm just going to pass my left needle through the 4th bicon or the downmost bicon, just like so. Now to finish it up, assuming this where you want to get to, when you get there, after passing your needle through your left needle through the bicon, you go ahead and pick your 2 bicons all right with your right needle. Then I'm just going to get rid of the 2 needles. So instead of passing the left needle through the second bicon, I'm just going to tie a knot, a secured knot, and get rid of the excess thread. So this is how you finish it up when you get to where you want to end it. And this is what we have. We are just going to do as many as we want, but note that you don't start from where you started from. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, so this is what we have. Now you realize I'm starting from the next step. So we have 1, we have 2. Now I'm starting from the next step. So you realize I didn't start from where I started from earlier. So I went ahead to pick 2 bicons on my left needle. When you're starting, use new set of thread and needles. So just like we did earlier, I've put a needle at each end of my thread, my new thread, and I went ahead to pick 2 bicons with my left thread, and I'm cross threading with 1 more bicon, just like so. And we are just going to repeat the process we just finished. So I'm just going to pick, but this time around we are going to increase it by 1. At first we were using 5, then we came to 7. I realized that 2 interval is too much, so I decided to make it 1. So now we are going to pick 8 seed beads on each thread. Now we go ahead and cross thread with 1 bicon, just like so. Now I'm going to pass my left needle through the 4th bicon, or the downmost bicon, just like so. Now I'm going to pick 2 bicons with my right thread. So I'm just going to pick 2 bicons with my right thread. That's 1. And that's the second one. I'm going to cross thread with the second bicon, so just like so. I believe that makes sense. So once I had to finish it up just like we did earlier. When you want to finish it up, you know how we do it with tie. Then I left another space and I went to the next one. You can see I've left another space and I went to the next one to start the 4th session from there. So as usual, new set of thread, and I went ahead to pick 2 bicons and I'm going to cross thread with 1. So 2 bicons on the left thread and I'm cross threading with 1, just like so. So you leave 1 space as you go forward. Basically that is very easy and very simple. Now I'm using 9 seed beads, so that's 9. So I picked 9 on the left thread, 9 on the right thread. Then I went ahead to cross thread with 1 seed bead. So that's 1, just like so. And I'm cross threading just like so. I'm going to pass my left needle just like we've been doing all this while. So I'm just going to pass my left needle through the downmost bicon, just 1 of the bicon, and I'm just going to repeat the process till I get to where I started from on my left, the same place on my right. So just like so. Then we go ahead and repeat the process. It's very easy and very simple, and this is what you should have. You can continue as much as you want, but I realize the shape keeps on descending, it keeps on coming down. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, but from the left you realize it's descending. The more you go, the more it descends. So you can do it as much as you want it to go, and this is what you should have. It's very easy and very simple. And please, if you do enjoy the video, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And let's welcome episode 13. Yeah, guys, so this was in episode 13. Please don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss episode 13, and I'll see you. Bye.